Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Glamour, and I'm back finally with another PopFizzClink video for you guys. And this one is the long-awaited review of my NOLA trip / Essence Fest experience. Let me just dig right on in. First of all, I would definitely rate this trip a pop because we were popping that thing the whole time. I mean, let me tell you, popping everything. First and foremost, here's my little hand grenade cup I'm sipping on for today's episode. I'm going to be sipping on a hurricane. I did mix in some strawberry daiquiri with my hurricane daiquiri because I'm not a huge fan of the hurricane. I have some video here of me when I first got the hand grenades. The hand grenades out there are my favorite. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little vignette that y'all saw at the beginning. That was basically our trip in a nutshell. You know, it was like the whole weekend we kept hearing, Kiki, do you love me? Like over and over again. Like that's all that kept playing. That and of course, nice for what? Like that should have been like the hashtag for the trip. The other hashtag for the trip was get the strap. Inside joke. Me and my girls, we had planned this trip a while back. Our biggest thing was like, all right, we're going down there for Essence Fest. We're going to use the Essence app and pick out all the different things that we want to go to and go to the ones that were, you know, common that we all wanted to go to. That's good. I actually flew down there a day early because I was actually born in New Orleans. So I did live there as a military brat. I did live there in middle school. Daiquiris are a staple in New Orleans. Daiquiris are like corner stores out there. And they even have drive-through daiquiris out there. I'm not lying. Drive-through daiquiri shops. So you literally can drive closed container in New Orleans and you can walk around in New Orleans. So put that in your mental when you think about all the partying that you can do out there. On top of that, you can walk into the club with a daiquiri that you just purchased elsewhere. What? Oh my God, heaven. I saw my homegirl Drew, shout out to her. We went driving around and looked at the Superdome. She was showing me how there's some areas that's being gentrified now in New Orleans. In fact, the Airbnb that we stayed in, best Airbnb I've ever stayed in, was a gentrified home in the lower 9th Ward. Finally, the next day came around and my homegirls were in town. So I met up with them at a restaurant called Mahoney's where they specialize in po' boys and things like that. So met up at Mahoney's, right? And you know, everybody was lit, you know, we got our food or whatever. We wasn't ready to drink, but that night, we decided, you know what, let's go turn up. It's the first night we all here, let's go. So we went to Bourbon Street. Let me tell you something, Bourbon Street is an interesting place. Bourbon Street is, but it's a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. Get yourself ready because there's a lot of like horse manure, horse piss around. That's later on into the night, not initially. But there's also all the fun elements. So there's always like a daiquiri shop nearby where you can get like regular shots or just daiquiris in general or mixed drinks. Get it there. Then, so that's what we did. So we was like, all right, we out here. And we didn't get out there, mind you, until 12 a.m. So we was like, all right, we out here. Let's go get a drink. First order of business. We saw a bar across the street that was Poppington. Okay, Poppington, like I told y'all. And so we was like, yeah, man, you think we could get in there with the daiquiris? I don't know. So my friend Brittany, she walked up to the bouncer and asked them. And they was like, yeah, come in. We must have sounded like idiots because we didn't really remember the open container policy, but we wasn't like, you know, you be in Miami sometimes walking around with a cup and you don't think you could go into another establishment with that cup. Nah, in New Orleans, it's lit. Like you can do all of that. So we was like, you know, walking in, probably Nice for What was playing. No, actually, I think Back That Thing Up was actually playing. So we walk in, turned up to the max, Didn't get home until like minutes to 5 a.m. So that's how long we went from bar to bar. My friend lost her wig in the bar. It was just, well, she got it back, but it just fell off her head. Poor Tink Tink. But it was hilarious. The next day, our goal was to go to Essence Fest. We didn't make it. We didn't make it. Because that first day, it was actually 4th of July. I failed to mention that. So we watched the fireworks and everything. That was nice. But on Thursday, like I said, we was like, all right, we gonna go get some breakfast. This Waffle House was alright. It was, but we got our Waffle House fix out of the way. So we didn't even go there on Thursday or whatever. So this was Friday at this point. So ciao, boo. We was supposed to get there like way earlier in the day. We didn't get there till like right before their dance shakedown party. And so the culture in New Orleans is, you know, as far as shakedown and all that stuff, they always been, people try to say Miley Cyrus invented twerking. No. You know, aside from Africans in Africa, twerking, in my opinion, and from my experience, truly came from New Orleans. It was somewhere between New Orleans and Miami. That's where that originated. Or whatever, and the bounce beats. So this was like a bounce beat party, right? They had the bounce beat mix or whatever, and people were dancing, but it wasn't turned up enough. Like, I mean, we did like the bunny hop. I don't know. I know a lot of people from Texas know about the bunny hop song. It was a popular song in the South, like right when I moved here for high school. So we did this dance. Me and my friend Janae, we got on stage and did the dance. My friend Brittany was turning up. She got on the Jumbotron. It was so lit after they stopped playing around and playing some corny music or whatever. So yes. So after that, we were kind of sad. We was like, man, we gotta get out here sooner. So after that night, we went out again. And what I will say about Essence Fest is that when you go to Essence Fest, plan it out and then plan it out again when you get there, because you're going to be wanting to do so many things. I would say definitely go to Essence Fest, but get there a day early so you could at least party one night. And then also prepare for traffic. I know this year was the biggest year for Essence Fest, and I know that's largely due to Girls Trip. There were so many cool like groups out there, like whether it was sorors or cousins or best friends, and men were out there too, but it was like largely women. You know, there was like women doing the electric slide in the daggone streets out there on Bourbon Street. It was such a great time, because with all those people there, they are backed up with traffic. That city is not used to having that many people there outside of Mardi Gras. So Saturday comes around, it's our last day there, and it's like boo-hoo, whoa. So I would have to say that day we met up with some friends, we saw some of the homies from high school and stuff. It was just really nice to see so many people out there. But we saw the epic moment of when Brandy decided to show her tail and claim that the boy and the song is hers. Ciao. It was such a big group of people, first of all, because they had so many stages at Essence Fest. You got the McDonald's stage, you got the State Farm stage, you got the main stage, and then you got all these little nooks of different things going on. So I was just like, you know, we were walking at one point and we saw her and we was like, oh shoot, it's Brandy. And we literally caught the moment when she did, the song is mine. What? So everyone was just like, wait a minute. I would say for Essence Fest, you know, we really did kind of miss out because we didn't go to enough of the events. They had so many empowering moments. Like, we did see Power, the cast of Power. Now, I was a little blown because I thought, you know, Ghost Lil Fine Stuff was gonna be there, but he wasn't. But I love me some Notori Naughton, aka Tasha, and we all love Tommy. Look at how the crowd went crazy for Tommy.
Joseph Socorro! Essence has never had a white male on the cover, but I think we can make an exception for
Let's
you.
do it. Let's do it.
So that was a really, wonderful moment. The food. Last thing, I gotta talk about the food. Awesome. If you're gonna go anywhere, go to Felix's and go to Katie's. Best food ever. Felix's got the best seafood I've had in New Orleans, honestly. You're gonna wait an hour outside of the line, but it is the best. Katie's, they had this really cool sign where you could see where the line of the water ended, or went up to on the building, and it was just really sad, but also sombering to see how much this city is still hurting, but has grown since Katrina. And I can't help but to touch on that. There's so much that still needs to be rebuilt and restructured in New Orleans in general. But yeah, Katie, they had the best seafood pasta. Like, it was like a little seafood ravioli. Lord. And pralines. Oh, when you go out there, you gotta get you some pralines. And on my list as well, best drink, grenades. Some honorable mentions. I forgot to go to Weedat. Weedat is like the biggest wing place out there. You know how a lot of other places have Wingstop? Weedat's is their like big wing place, and I really regret not going there, but definitely gonna try it out next time I go. My only other qualm with the Essence Fest is I felt like they could have been way more authentic. I know they had the second lines and the bands, and oh yeah, when you're in New Orleans, bands are playing all the time, like even in the middle of the French Quarter, and it never got old. It just never got old. It's just amazing to see Black people be so talented and play their renditions of songs with a live brass band. It's just amazing, but they didn't have enough P-poppers. Like, there was not enough twerking, there was not enough twerk teams. They know that this is New Orleans, like, and that's the one thing I was missing. I wish I could have went to the Big Frida part of the show that happened, but I didn't get a chance to pay for that because we waited too long and the tickets were skyrocket, so we didn't get to do that. But I do wish I could have seen Big Frida, because I know she would have tore it up. But there were so many celebrities out there. We even was in the club at one point with Lil Rel. And it's just like the clubs and bars are so close and tight-knit, unless you go to like the real upscale ones in the Harris Casino, which I think is called Masquerade or something. We saw all kinds of celebs while we were out there, and you was just like in such close quarters with them because it's just like so familiar, such a familiar town. So that's it for this episode of PopFizzClink. And I'm gonna make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button. Give me that thumbs up. I think I said that backwards this time. Maybe this hurricane is getting to me. It's a good after work drink. And make sure to never quit your daydream. And go ahead and plan for you and your girlfriends to go to Essence Fest next year. You will not be disappointed. I definitely will be going again. Till next time, guys.